Hey there and welcome. So, if you're an entrepreneur, you know this feeling, right? Your business is growing, the revenue looks good, but there's this constant nagging knot in your stomach about your personal finances. Today, we're going to dig into why that happens and, way more importantly, how you can build a business that doesn't put your own security on the line.
Does this question just hit you right where you live? I mean, this is the fear that keeps so many founders staring at the ceiling at 3 a.m. Even when everything looks great on paper, that feeling of being right on the edge, it's real, and it is incredibly common.
So let's start by unpacking this really strange situation. We're going to call it the growth paradox. This crazy idea where success in your business somehow doesn't translate to feeling safe and secure in your own life.
And look, if that feeling sounds familiar, you need to hear this loud and clear. You are not alone. This is not some kind of personal failure. It's a systemic problem, a trap that countless entrepreneurs fall into the moment their business starts to take off.
So why does this happen? Well, it usually comes down to these invisible strings connecting you to your business. For one, your business credit is probably still tied directly to your personal credit score. Maybe you're dipping into your personal accounts to cover small business expenses, that quiet bleed that adds up. Or, and this is the big one, there's a personal guarantee you signed years ago that's still hanging over your head, putting everything you own at risk.
And that kind of leads to the big question, right? Why does this problem just persist? Well, a lot of the time, it's because the traditional financial advice that's out there for entrepreneurs, it just completely misses the point.
You see, there's this massive disconnect. Your typical advisor, they're looking at corporate growth metrics. They're talking about strategies that are designed for employees who get a nice, steady paycheck. They completely overlook the reality for a founder. Those personal guarantees, the tangled up finances, and just the sheer emotional weight of knowing everything is on the line, all the time.
And here's the truth of it. The standard playbook is flawed. It's just not for people like us. It's designed for a totally different game, which means you need a completely different set of rules to actually protect yourself while you build your empire.
So this brings us to a new way of thinking, a new playbook designed specifically for entrepreneurs who want to scale their business without gambling away their personal security to do it.
So what does this new playbook actually look like? Well, it all starts with building a firewall between your business assets and your personal assets. And we're not just talking about separate bank accounts. This is a whole strategic approach to credit, to liability, to wealth building. And these are the exact conversations at the heart of the Business Built Limitless Summit, an event created for these practical, honest, money talks.
The core philosophy behind this whole thing is to move past all the confusing financial jargon and, honestly, the shame that can come with it. Instead of complicated theories, the focus is on creating simple, repeatable systems that give you real clarity and, finally, some confidence. And that shift in mindset, that's the foundation for growing without all the risk.
Now, to really get this, it helps to learn from people who've actually lived it, The experts leading these conversations aren't just reading from a textbook. They're entrepreneurs who have been in the trenches and faced these exact risks themselves. First up, we've got 𝗘𝗫𝗥𝗧𝗜𝗙𝗏. Her entire mission is built around having the kind of open, honest money conversation that, let's be real, most of us were never, ever taught how to have. What Danielle does is pretty amazing. She combines financial consulting with life coaching, and her whole thing is moving business owners from that place of fear and confusion to a place of confidence and total clarity. She specializes in advice that's jargon-free and, most importantly, shame-free.
And then you have to hear about Mary Ellen. Her story is, wow, it is so powerful. She built this incredibly successful yoga studio, but because it was all financed with personal guarantees, when the 2008 financial crisis hit, it didn't just take her business, it took her personal credit, her finances, everything down with it.
But here's the amazing part. She rebuilt from the ground up. And now all of her expertise comes directly from that experience. She teaches entrepreneurs exactly how to build business credit the right way, completely separate from your personal life, so that growth never, ever again comes with that terrifying hidden cost.
Okay, so with all that in mind, how can you actually start putting this new playbook to work in your own business and, protect your future?
This whole summit lays out a really clear path. First, you uncover those hidden financial risks we were just talking about. Next, you learn the actual, practical steps to finally separate your business and personal finances for good. Then, you get actionable tools you can use the very next day, which lets you at last scale your business with genuine confidence.
Look, if you're ready to trade in all that financial anxiety for the peace of mind that comes from secure growth, then this is your path forward.
And here are the all-important details. The Business Built Limitless Summit is happening on April 24th and 25th. And the best part, it is completely free to attend. You can grab your spot right now at the link you see on the screen.
And we'll just leave you with this question to chew on. What's one piece of financial advice, one of those so-called myths that you've been told that has just never, ever felt right for you as a founder? It's a really great place to start for the kind of conversations that can truly change how you build your business.